Hello, welcome back to one of my videos on the budget side of things. Yay! Anyway, so I've been working on ways to improve, shall we say, my Ftx Carnage, and well, the body shell I bought, if you can remember watching one of my previous videos, maybe not. So you'll see that I bought a new body shell, and within the first run it smashed, so on and so forth. So I thought, okie dokie, I'm going to buy a body shell that's very similar. So, which I did. I bought this, which is for a Maverick Strada, a HPI Maverick Strada, I do believe. Thank you, Risk. Yep. So I just come back from giving it a spin outside. Anyway, so I put the body shell on and everything, and you know, the servos, or the, I don't know, not the servos, the steering servo was getting twitchy, the acceleration was getting twitchy, so I took the shell off and thought, what's going on here? And I had the slipper clutch too loose, so I took the thing in, done up the slipper clutch, left the body off, just wanted to see if I'd adjusted the slipper clutch enough. So yeah, what happened was, I don't know why, it's just been jittering. I should have just stopped it, but me being me, I'll just carry on anyway. And yes, it was popping a wheelie and it was holding on the wheelie bar, but it's still able to flip over, which is quite annoying. On full power, it can, full acceleration, it can still just literally flip itself right over upside down, which is rather annoying. And so yeah, we don't seem to have solved that problem. But let's just quickly talk about this wheelie bar here, if I can. So never mind the wheel, I'll talk about that. So yeah, it screws in. I need more light here, one second. So it screws in just over the gearbox housing here, diff housing. Screws in there, and then comes out. Yeah, let's turn it sideways. Comes out like that, and then let's get out of the way for a sec. Then it comes down at an angle, and you had like a long piece that comes down there. But what's happening was, as it comes down there, it wasn't fitting flush. It came with no instructions on, I think, and I can't really find any videos on YouTube on how to fit it, and it's not in the instruction book except for the cage one, which means I have to do away with these rear roll bars, and I didn't really want to do that. So it's supposed to fit a Vantage, Ftx Carnage and a Buckster. So, you know, what do I do? Buy it, fine. But I found no way of putting it on, so I tried to glue it at first, but that didn't work. So I've come up with like a bit of a botch job really, but it seemed to be holding out. Well, I thought it was. And yeah, so this was just a Chinese takeaway pot I was cut out just to stick over the screws. Use my beloved hot glue gun, stick that on so as the screws don't get scratched out. But yes, I put some Gorilla Glue on originally. That didn't really hold. I cut out a piece of plastic to stick there and there to sort of fill the gap. That's the gap that it has, basically, like a thickness of this in between the chassis and the wheelie bar mount. So I just, you know, I'm thinking, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? So I just put 2 screws into the gearbox housing and did that, and cut the thing down. Instead of bringing it down to the length of where the diff housing screws are at the bottom, I just chopped it down, screwed it into the diff housing. Bit of a botch job, I admit, and this come loose, but I used my glue gun to cut this out of the Chinese takeaway pot and stuck that over so as I don't scuff up the screws, because otherwise I'll never get them out when I need to. Yeah, so that's that. So I'm bringing it down the road towards me, and for some known reason it decides it's going to twitch like that towards a parked car, and it hit the wheel, went wallop, and broke into pieces. Oh, and by the way, as usual, the first flip over it did, with no body shell, the first flip over it did, you guessed it, it broke the flipping front body mounts again. And the back ones are really chafed up as well now. So I'm just about at my limits of toleration with this thing. I'm going to fix it, put it back to a brushed version, and I'll probably give it to my nephew maybe. See how it goes, maybe. I don't know. I doubt I'll sell it because I won't get nothing for it, so I'll probably just give it to my nephew maybe. But yeah, we did it. Seems to have did it a fair old whack. It looks like on the first inspection it could be damaged more than I first anticipated. Yes, it is. I don't know, that might just fix. Don't know what's happened there, but this has made its way out of where it should be. It should be screwed in there and there. The screws are still in. They're still into the motor plate, but for some unknown reason they've managed to pull themselves out of there like Paul Daniels magic. So anyway, and you can see there, you can see the pinions exposed, so it's probably pulled itself out from the gear housing. I wouldn't be surprised if the drive shaft is bent. Can have a look at that, take the battery out. No, I don't think so. It's just where it's lifted up. Probably bent the shaft inside the gear diff. Ah, sod it. So it's going to need a bit of fixing this time. I've lost a... Get out. I've lost the drive shaft. The wheels... has the wheel busted? No, the wheels... I thought the wheel had busted. The paint's come off. I don't care about the paint. I can always paint now. I thought the wheel had busted, but the tyre split. But these are... tyre seems to have split. But these are inexpensive anyway, so I don't really mind that. I'm just gonna... The... don't know if you can see that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. That's pest as a fart. Yeah, that's bent. So, gonna need a new drive shaft. Knew that. Don't know what else was missing. Yeah, rear hub. Rear wishbone, sorry. Possibly a new rear hub. So it's a fair few quid's worth of damage done to it. I don't know. You buy cheap, you buy twice, don't you? Still, I bought it second hand. I bought it used. I wanted to experiment with it. The official brushless one from Ftx comes with a 2900 kV motor. I'm running a 3450 kV motor. So that's like, what, I don't know, another 550 RPMs every volt, something like that maybe. So it's running an 11 volt battery. My maths ain't brilliant. So yeah, you can work that out yourself. But yeah, so I think I'm just about at the end of my tether with this. I'm going to fix it. The body shell looks quite nice. I've got the original motor. I've got a brand new 15 turn for it in actual fact. I'm just probably just going to slap that in, see how it goes. But I think, yep, that's the end of that's the end of my Ftx Carnage. Done. I don't want nothing to do with it. I would never ever buy an Ftx model again. Never. They're shit. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.